Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 19 of What If Naruto Was the Perfect Experiment. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also guys, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. Yes guys, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post 25 every single day for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead and become part of the family. And also, speaking of becoming a part of the family, I post a brand new episode on this channel of What If Naruto Soul was taken by the Shinigami, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And over in Anime King, I post a brand new episode, the final episode of What If Naruto is the God of Shadows, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And over in Anime King 2, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto was banished and now Konoha needs him. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family, and thank you guys. And yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode start? The intro. So, the last spot we left off, things escalated between Naruto and Temari, as she, after a while, gave in to his temptations, as Naruto was good, even allowing her to give in as well, as the both of them ended up sleeping together. As she looked towards him and asked him why was he doing this, she saw no reason for him to do this. After all, he was not a bad person, so she couldn't understand, as she wanted him to be someone good, for just the fact of her liking him actually, as she couldn't actually like a criminal, so she wanted to know why he was doing this. Before he could come up with an excuse, there was an explosion. As he said that her village was being attacked, she frowned, as she looked at him, but he promised that it wasn't him, as he jumped through the window after getting dressed. Temari got herself ready after someone came beating on her door, as her village was being attacked, but she said that she knew as she rushed out there. But Naruto already engaged in the battle, as Gaara was facing off against Deidara, as Deidara was dropping bombs all over the village, when Naruto appeared on Gaara, platform of sand, as he stood right on the edge, looking up at Deidara, as Gaara was surprised seeing Naruto here. As Naruto told Gaara to give him some room, as he was hunting these guys, as Naruto launched himself towards Deidara, as Deidara scoffed at his attempt as he flew upwards, but it was then that Naruto transformed. His third stage of his transformation, as wings grew from his back, as Naruto turned into a literal dragon. The scales, green scales over his body, his features remained the same, but his teeth, all of them got sharpened, and scales appeared over him, and his hair got steely like iron. As Naruto launched himself towards him, arriving up there, they started a tussle. Deidara tried to bomb the entire village until Naruto stopped it though, saving the entire people of the sand, as the explosion was about to wipe out everything, as Naruto took him out of the village, as Naruto annihilated him with a lightning based jutsu, as he was really doing a bit too much, seeing that his jutsus were causing mass havoc for the sand outside, as he crystallized the entire sand. He didn't just stop there, there was Sasori was also here as well, as Sasori started to fight Naruto, as he released the third Kazekage puppet, as Naruto told Gaara to stay where he was, as he released an enormous amount of flames that seemed to spread around the area. As Naruto started to fight Sasori, the battle was chaotic, as the both of them was destroying the place, was mostly Naruto because of his disruptive techniques. They were just too godly powerful, as it was shocking to Gaara. If Naruto was truly their enemy, how could they face him? As Naruto obliterated 3,000 puppets, hundreds to be exact, He'd obliterate each and every one of them, leaving Saucer nothing but a broken man after Naruto released one of his special jutsus, the collapsing sun, as the thing eradicated everything around him. After which, Gaara tried to stop him from leaving, as it wouldn't be good for him to allow him to leave, seeing that he was a ally of Konoha, and he was currently the enemy of Konoha. But Naruto asked him if he really was going to stand in his way. As Gaara stepped aside though, it was a grateful gesture because of his saving of his village. And with that, Naruto made his way off. It took him some time to get back. Tsunade had finally completed what she had to complete. As she used the summoning scroll that Naruto gave her, as a snake appeared, she told the snake to go tell Naruto that it was done. As the snake seemed to understand her, and with that she made her way. Once Naruto had got the message, he gave her the location of where him and Orochimaru were. And Tsunade went to plan her next stage of her plan, and that was by sending out a team there, a rather proficient team that would interrupt Orochimaru for just long enough. As Naruto went and he finds Sasuke, as he told Sasuke to look at him with his eyes, as the both of them were drawn into a genjutsu world. As Sasuke was confused until Naruto explained to him that he wasn't really with Orochimaru, as he told Sasuke that he was strong enough now to understand what is about to happen. After which, Naruto made his way to Teiwan, as he told her that he was going to kill Orochimaru. She did not doubt that, knowing how strong he was. But that was not the problem here. Her loyalty to Orochimaru because of her seal. But Naruto told her that he changed that a long time ago. She has been feeling strange as her disdain for the man has grown. They had slept together countless times, as he had many opportunities to do so. As Naruto had changed her seal, she still had the power for curse mark, but her hatred for Orochimaru, she could fully express it now, because she was no longer loyal to Naruto as he exterminated the soul fragment. But he did something to make it seem like Orochimaru still had his control over her, as Orochimaru still think that he had a link to Teiwan, as Naruto allowed him to think that. But his plan was on the way, and it was here. So yeah guys, that's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across to the place and check it out for yourself. So this will begin this new episode. We start this episode with that elite group from Konoha that was coming to stop Naruto and bring him back home, and also exterminate Orochimaru as well. Jiraiya was shocked that Tsunade was able to use her envoys to find out this information, when his spies had no idea where Orochimaru was. Luckily he was in the village. That is why Jiraiya, Yamato, Guy, and Kakashi, Neji, and Sakura was making their way. They had all the components for a well-elite army. Neji had the ice, Guy had the taijutsu, Kakashi had the Sharingan, Jiraiya was an all-round fighter and a Sannin. Sakura was trained by the best to become a medic, and Yamato had the Mokiton to suppress Naruto's tail beast chakra if he decided to use it against them. Their main target Tsunade gave them was to eliminate Orochimaru, and if they find Sasuke or Naruto, forcefully bring them back, but if they could not, they were to eliminate them. Sakura was a bit hesitant on that order, but she was given an order from a Hokage and told not to question the order, as Tsunade had been quite adamant about that. Something was off, but no one seemed to pick up on that. They just thought that she was still angry at Naruto betraying the village after everything. So with that, the group had set it out to do what they were told, and they made their way. The location was correct as Neji, arriving towards scene, used his eyes, as he saw there was a beast down below. The place was large. Because of Neji, they weren't able to set off any traps. They had run into a few sound ninjas, but they were able to take them out rather quickly. Using Neji's eyes, they were able to make their way around the corridor, arriving at a large open empty space. The place was sealed off as it seems like there was nothing there, but the group was underground. Meanwhile, that was going on as Naruto stood by himself, as a snake rushed towards him and slit up his pant leg. As he came up on his shirt, as it landed right on his shoulder, it whispered something in his ear. As Naruto nodded at the snake poofed away. As Naruto then reached down towards his hand and activated a seal. Once he activated the seal, he started to walk. As Naruto exited the base, a few seconds earlier, Neji raised his hand. "What is it?" said Jiraiya. It's Naruto. Where is he? Said Jiraiya. As he had to beat some sense into the kid. As he didn't want to kill him. He was Minato's son and Jiraiya didn't want to kill him. He just hoped the kid understand he would have to beat some sense into his head though. He's coming his way. Kakashi narrowed his eyes. He knows that we're here? No, it doesn't seem so. He's just coming this way. Let him come then, said Yamato. We can knock him out and take him captive, while we go after Sasuke and Orochimaru. As Sakura really hoped, she prayed to the heavens that, somehow, they were able to save the both of them alive. As Naruto stepped out of the base, the moment he did, wooden vines broke from the ground. As Naruto smirked, he pointed 2 fingers towards the hall, as he released a charge of electricity that blasts a gaping hole inside. The place shook. Orochimaru, who was currently operating, rose his head. Quickly, Gurren entered the room. What was that? I'm not sure, my lord, she said. Well then go find out, said Orochimaru. Gurren rushed outside. As she saw a few sound ninjas rushing by, she grabbed one of them by the collar. What's going on? Ninjas from Konoha. A lot of them, they're here. Gurren rushed back inside. As Orochimaru frowned before an idea popped into his head. This was good, he said that smile. My lord, said Gurren confused. I plan to still bring Konoha to its knees. So in order to do that, the shinobi population must be lessened. I don't know how they found me, but I doubt that Tsunade would send any weak shinobis here. Go get Naruto. It's time. He get to kill some Konoha ninjas. As Orochimaru cleaned his hand of all the blood, as he made his way. Meanwhile, you know, if you do not always curse and calm yourself most while, you will be a wonderful person. Screw you. Nothing's wrong with me, said Teiwaya, as Karin was currently on Teiwaya's back. Karin was able to jump from tree branch to tree branch, but she was not as fast. Karin wasn't really a fighting type shinobi after all. She was a medic, a healer to be exact, and also a scientist. But Teiwaya on the other hand was a lot faster, as Naruto just didn't sleep with her over the past 2.5 years. They also trained together, as she has gotten a lot stronger. Perhaps out of the Sound Force she was probably the strongest. Yes, that was weird, comparing that she wasn't as strong as the others in the beginning, but Naruto didn't spend much time with the others. He spent more time with her. Well, for more than one reasons, but because of him she had gotten a lot stronger, and not to mention she'd gotten a lot more control over her fire affinity. Fire was her main affinity and she knew how to use it like it was an extension of her body by now. And not to mention the girl had immense physical strength. That is why she moved from tree branch to tree branch as her feet was denting in the branches, using so much chakra to bolt her movements. She had a little bit of time as she had to make her way towards the coordinates that Naruto gave her as she rushed, moving as fast as possible, as a team of Anvus were waiting for her there, as they would be able to get Karin through the secret location and back to Konoha. The girl was moving as Karin had to hold on tightly to make sure that she didn't fall off. Back at the base. Oh my, it seems you already found them. Stay back, all of you, said Orochimaru, as the rest of the Sound Force came out. He did not even pay attention that Teiwaya was not there. She was not important at the moment, as he saw his precious Sasuke emerge. What's going on? Sasuke-kun, said Sakura. Sasuke chose to ignore the girl, putting on that rough attitude of his. As Naruto stood over to the side, his arms folded across his chest. All of the ninjas were a distance away. As Kakashi lifted his headband, Neji had his Byakugan activated as Sakura was behind the group. She was the main healer after all, and the medic could not get injured. Guy was in front, right beside Jiraiya, along with Kakashi, and Yamato backing them up, as his hand was locked in the hand sign already to perform his Mokidan. I'm not saying I'm surprised to see you guys here. After all, you've been hunting for me this entire time. Well, I finally found you, said Jiraiya, and it's about time that I knock some sense into that head of yours. As Naruto narrowed his eyes at the man, it seems like Tsunade had not told him about what Naruto did at the stand yet. As that was good. as he needed them to fight him for real. He needed Orochimaru thinking that this match was actually going to be a bloodbath. So what's this? Did you come to take me home? Yes, said Sakura, speaking up before Jiraiya could. You claim that you were just using us, but I know deep down somewhere, you're a friend. And I will not give up on my friend, she said. I and everyone else here has come here to take you and Sasuke back to the village. And you will be coming back. As Naruto started to laugh. Are you hearing this? He says. He turned towards Jirobo and the others, who look rather amused at the girl's taunts. So what? Are you going to forcefully bring me back? Because that is the only way. If it means I have to break a few bones, then yes, said Jiraiya. And then you're next as he focused on Orochimaru. My, Orochimaru said that smile. I'm looking forward to it. As he focused on Naruto. Naruto-kun, he said. I told you stop calling me Kun. It's weird, said Naruto. As Orochimaru narrowed his eyes. Listen to me, Orochimaru said. This group is quite a powerful one than I thought it would be. Think of this as a test of your skills for the past couple of years, seeing that you refused to show me what you're now capable of. I want you to kill them, all by yourself. Me alone, said Naruto, with such nonchalance that Sakura got a bit scared. As Kakashi narrowed his eyes as he hadn't even said anything yet. Something was up with Naruto. As Kakashi was not sure anyone else saw it, but there wasn't any movements or anything about it, but usually Naruto would be laughing, joking, quite a lot. And not to mention, since he was facing off against them, Kakashi bet that he had a lot to say, but he was less than talkative, considering that he spoke quite a bit. Kakashi found it alarming that he was not talking more, as he knew Naruto and his attitude. Something was off that no one was telling him or the group, but they can find that out later once they bring him back. Alright, fine, said Naruto as he shrugged it off. I guess I can show you what I'm capable of now. You guys stay out of it. I wouldn't want to accidentally kill one of you. We're not that weak, you know, said Kidomaru. Compared to me, yes you are, said Naruto. Gurren, would you mind doing me the honor, said Naruto. Do it yourself. Come on now, Gurren-chan. Wouldn't you like to trap me somewhere where you know I can possibly get killed? That brought a smile to Gurren's face as he flashed through hands and slammed her hand down. Jade Crystal Prison. A massive crystal cocoon trapped the group inside, including Naruto. Sakura looked towards the crystal. What the hell? It's harder than it looks, said Naruto. So no one is getting out. Now, Naruto-kun. You have them all cornered. I expect to see great things from you. Kill them all. As Orochimaru smirked. Jiraiya stepped forward. Are you really planning on doing this, kid, to fight us all? You won't win. I'm stronger than you think, Pervy Sage, said Naruto. Huh, Pervy Sage, said Jiraiya. All of that gambling, all of that drinking, all of that having fun. It was all a lie, wasn't it? As Naruto shrugged. I'm a conniving, evil person. Haven't you heard that already? And besides, I've done so much things. For one, I did not really explain to you, but I indeed was the one that attacked the grass. Jiraiya's eyes narrowed. You see, they pissed me off. Did I talk to you about this? I'm not sure. So I pretended to be their friend, coming into their place, acting like I wasn't the one that they pissed off earlier. But seeing I was wearing a mask, they did not know. Just because one person pissed me off, I went there, and I started to slaughter after gaining their friendship, and that took me a couple of weeks. Just to show you how cruel I am, said Naruto. Why? Said Sakura. Why are you doing this? She asked. I guess I'm just a bad person, said Naruto. I guess you are, said Neji, as he focused on the blonde. And for that, we either have to take you down or bring you back. As Neji shifted into his stance. Kakashi, have nothing to say, said Naruto. I failed you as a sensei. I'm gonna try to correct that today. Let's see if you can. Enough talking, said Jiraiya, as the man launched himself forward. His hair whipping through the sky as he slammed both hands together. Its hair was like iron, as it shot towards Naruto. As Naruto leaped off the ground, Guy flashed behind him as Naruto turned. As he crossed his arms in an X motion, Guy fist connected with Naruto's arms. Boom! He hit the ground and bam! As Yamato burst wooden vines from the ground as they start to wrap around Naruto until a violent explosion of power blew them all away. "Do you really think those things can hold me?" said Naruto as he got back to his feet, still with that charming smile on his face. As Naruto tilted to the side as Neji palm thrust past him, as Naruto watched the hand moving by him, before he gripped the wrist and twist and threw Neji back. Neji bounced right off the crystal that they were in and shot his fingers towards Naruto's chest. As Naruto saw it coming and reach, but before he could grab onto Neji, Kakashi came in, breaking from the earth, as the two of them was upon him. As Naruto jumped, he jumped right in the center of the both of them before he held out his hand, as flames emerged from the palm of his hands without even weaving hand sign. Both men were forced to stop themselves. Well, Kakashi could, but Neji could not, as Guy jumped, pushing Neji out of the way and flipping away himself. "Close call there," said Naruto before the ground underneath him started to get swampy. As Naruto turns to see Jiraiya's hand on the ground, as he started to be pulled down into the swamp of the underworld as he felt the thing draining his chakra. As Naruto flashed through a single handstand before slamming his hand together, a thunderous amount of air exploded from his body. It blew them all away like a great, massive push, as all of them were sent to different areas of the crystal. As Sasuke stood outside, his eyes focusing on the match as he didn't say a single word, as he watched the Konoha ninjas. As his eyes focused towards Sakura, as she has grown quite a bit. As Sasuke was just waiting for the right moment. Back inside as Naruto landed on his feet. The moment he did, Guy rushed him. As Guy entered the fourth gate, as he appeared in front of Naruto with speeds. Jiraiya flashed behind Naruto as two of them swing a brutal kick towards the blonde's chest. As Naruto crossed his arms as his two kicks connected with his arms, he was thrown back as he smashed into the crystal. As Orochimaru watched, furious that Naruto was not fighting for real. As Orochimaru focused on the blonde, as Naruto pulled himself out of the crystal as Guy appeared in front of him and launched his fist as Naruto tilted his head. The fist cracked into the crystal. As Guy leaned his head back and headbutted Naruto. "Bitch," said Naruto as he headbutted Guy. As Guy stepped back a bit, surprised at Naruto's skull that it was so powerful. As Naruto slammed a fist in the man's stomach, Guy was launched like a bullet as he cracked into the crystal. Jiraiya appeared and kicked Naruto straight up in the air. As the blow to his chin launched him as Jiraiya appeared behind the blonde and locked his hand together and brought it down. As Naruto was sent sailing down towards the ground. The moment he dropped, wooden vines broke once again as Yamato was keeping the rear. Yamato then wrapped Naruto up as the vines wrapped around his legs and arms, keeping Naruto constricted and lifting him off the ground. As Kakashi appeared and a kunai was at Naruto's throat within seconds, as Neji stood behind Naruto, his palm right at Naruto's back. "It's over," said Kakashi. "Give up." As Naruto released a sigh, "It's not over unless the fat lady sings. You know that, right?" "What?" said Kakashi. "Do you know when the fat lady?" Kakashi and Naruto asks. Kakashi blinked at Naruto's talking. What the hell was he talking about? He shouldn't be surprised by this. He knew the blonde, and the blonde said crazy things most times. That is why. As Kakashi and Neji were launched away, a force, an unnatural force as Yamato gritted his teeth, as he was unable to hold onto the wood as it broke to pieces. As Naruto emerged, half of his face burned off. To show the green scales, it started to surround his body. As he entered the third stage, no wings were behind him, just the scaly arms. The green scale glistening by the sunlight that came down off the crystal, as the sharp teeth were there and the fangs. The two pointed fangs right there at his side is his mouth, poking out through his lips. "It's getting good," said Sugetsu as he rubbed his arms together and joined the fight. Most of the sound ninjas did, as it was like a spectacle for them to watch. As Naruto cracked his neck before he moved, blam! Guy crossed his arms just in time, but the force was so powerful that his knees buckled as he was brought down as Naruto appeared above him. Jiraiya appears, he launched a fist as Naruto grabbed it. 3 fists to Jiraiya's stomach as blood came from the man's mouth as Naruto tore and slammed him away. As Orochimaru chuckled at that, a mad cackle that sounded quite insane. Sakura started to sweat. This was getting bad. Meanwhile, as Teiwai finally arrived, as the 3 Anvus appeared in front of her in an instant, making her jump a bit, as she could even sense them. "We're here for you." As one of them moved forward, Teiwai narrowed her eyes. "You can trust us, we're from the Leaf. The Hokage sent us." As she nodded as she took Karin off her back, the 3 Anvus surrounded Karin as they placed a hand on her shoulder, each of them, before one of them went through hand sign. As nothing happened until they felt the pull. As the one with the falcon mask spoke, "You stay here. As soon as it is done, we will report right back to you." She nodded as they vanished off. "Hurry the hell up," she said as they were gone. The group was re-summoned in the office. As Tsunade got up, as she saw the red-headed woman. "So you're Karen, huh?" "Yes, that will be me." "We don't have any time to waste. Come with me." As Tsunade moved towards the wall as she pressed her hand on it, the ground then opened up behind the decks as she told the girl to follow her as it led toward the secret compartment inside of the Hokage's tower. Down in there was a room, a nice sizable room with a table, as Tsunade told the Anvus to guard outside. Once they were in there, she told the girl to lie down, as she told her to remove her shirt. As Karen looked towards Tsunade's massive chest size, as she blushed a bit in embarrassment. "Come on, we don't have time for this. We need to hurry." Remembering what they were doing, Karen instantly removed her shirt, as she had her bra underneath. "I'm gonna have to put you unconscious for this, but by the time you wake up, everything will be fine. Trust me." "Naruto can trust you. I trust you as well." As Tsunade put her mind to sleep, as she instantly got to work. Back with the group, Jiraiya was panting. Naruto has gotten immensely stronger than before. This new form of his was kicking their ass. As Jiraiya could feel fatigue taking over, he couldn't allow this. "Guy, Kakashi, Yamato, I need you guys to buy me some time." "What's going on?" "I'm gonna end this," said Jiraiya. As Neji was being healed by Sakura after receiving a devastating blow by Naruto. As Jiraiya started to put his hands together, he had to end this because once they were out of this damn crystal, they have Orochimaru and the other members to face off against. He could not afford for them to waste their strength in here. As Naruto started to chuckle, "Is that all?" he asked, his voice sounding a bit on the edgy side. "I mean, it's a lot of you, and it's just me alone. Are you guys hesitating to kill me?" said Naruto. "I mean, come on, Kakashi. Where's the lightning blade, the Chidori, the deadlier techniques? Come on, guy, where's the gates? Push them up, give me a challenge." "And you, boardy guy," said Naruto. "At least put some spike on that wood," said Naruto, with a chuckle to himself at his own joke. "I'm amusing," he said. "Hey, Orochimaru." "What is it?" Orochimaru asks. "I'm bored." "Well then, if you are, kill them already." "Alright, fine, if you say so," said Naruto. Or, hear me out. I could let them reach their peak of their power, and then kill them, to make them know that all that they've trained for in their life meant nothing because I could just end their life within seconds. As Orochimaru chuckled, "You love to humiliate people, don't you, Naruto-kun?" "What can I say? It's in my nature," said Naruto, as he looked towards Jiraiya. "So, Pervy Sage, what are you doing?" As Jiraiya chuckled a bit. "What's so funny?" Naruto asks. "Oh, you'll see," said Jiraiya. As Naruto shrugged. "I'll give you guys, let me see, 3 minutes. Hey, you up there, why don't you go and get some snack or something? I know you must be hungry, Sasuke," said Naruto. As Sasuke just did a Well, I'm thirsty, said Sugetsu as he walked off. Well, at least he's enjoying the show, said Naruto. As Kakashi chuckled a bit. Despite the grim situation, what's so funny, Kakashi? Even while you're trying to kill us, you're still making jokes. You're a really weird and complicated person, you know that, Naruto. Yeah, I do, said Naruto. As I must say, life is a complicated and funny place. If you weren't complicated, you have to be funny. And if you're not funny, you have to be complicated. And I guess I'm both. And that makes me unique. Hey, Sakura. I forgot to tell you you've grown. You're not that much in the chess department, but you got a nice piece of round ass, said Naruto. As Sakura couldn't help the embarrassing blush that came on her face as she clenched her fists. As Neji coughed, as he was back to his feet. Sorry I couldn't get to tap that, said Naruto. As he looked towards Sasuke. Well, maybe your ass belonged to Sasuke, so what can I say? Naruto, stop wasting time and end this, Orochimaru said. You are dragging this out for too long. Yeah, said Naruto. What? Do you want to come in here and do it yourself? Orochimaru's eye twitched as he started to get angry. I'm not joking around. End this, now! We don't know how much other ninjas Tsunade is sending here. End this! Or I will make you end this. As Naruto got to his feet. Fine, he said. As Naruto turned towards the Konoha group. But that had given Jiraiya enough time as he didn't have to separate his hands once. Suddenly there was a poof. The smoke filled the area as Naruto stood there. What's going on, Jiraiya, voiced the voice. Why have you summoned us? I need your help. For what? A female voice said this time. As Jiraiya stepped out of smoke, he was different, as he looked like a toad. Back with Tsunade. Tsunade wiped the sweat from her brow, as she injected something into Karen's bloodstream. As she moved, as she started to move quickly. As she saw the girl's body pulsing and shaking, she injected something right into the girl's chest. As Karen's chest was open right in front of her, she had to open up the girl's chest. To be close enough to do this, she watched as the liquid spread around. As it removed, it literally removed Orochimaru's chakra from the thing around her heart, as Tsunade could see it quite perfectly. The thing constricted her heart as it was glowing ominously. Tsunade watched as the thing, whatever it was, the Orochimaru had created inside the girl, started to melt away. As it became nothing but a puddle that Tsunade extracted. Tsunade breathed a sigh of relief as she repaired the girl's chest. Once she was done, she started to heal it. Knack, with Tsunade healing ability and carrying natural Uzumaki healing, there wasn't even a scar, which was amazing for her. As Tsunade examined the girl, it was gone. She quickly rushed towards the Anvu. The Anvu didn't waste time as he flashed away. It took him a few minutes to get back to where Teiwaya was as he appeared out of the sudden. She'll be fine. Finally, said Teiwaya as she shot forward, quickly making her way as she exhausted herself to get to the location. Once she got there, the Sound Four was looking at her. Where have you been? Inside the crystal dome as Teiwaya looked down. Kakashi was leaning up against the dome. There was blood on his mask as he had spat it. As for Yamato, he was unconscious as Naruto got tired of his wood style. Guy was pulsing with energy as he entered the 6 gates, about to push up to the 7. Jiraiya seemed fine seeing that the toads used senjutsu to heal him. As Naruto was pushing his technique further, just to buy himself some time as a massive onslaught of wind and fire resonated from him. Sakura, who was doing her best to heal Kakashi and the others, believed that she should step in the fight to help out. As Naruto was pushing all of them back, Orochimaru glanced towards Teiwaya, who pushed past him. He was about to strike the girl for pushing past him in such an abrasive way until she jumped down. Naruto, she screamed. As Naruto paused, it's done. She's okay. Instantly, Naruto stopped, as the group was surprised by that, as Orochimaru was confused. As Guy moved forward though, still in his state with its blood pumping, he moved to strike Naruto down, but Naruto raised his hand as Guy's face stopped in front of his face. Guy was confused as Naruto was surrendering. Why now, after what they've been through? I give up, said Naruto. Jiraiya was confused as he stepped forward. What's going on? Come on, Pervisade, said Naruto. You know how much I dislike that sneak up there. Did you really think I'll work for him? What do you... now, said Naruto. As Jiraiya was confused by that until Sasuke pulled his blade. Orochimaru's years of instinct and training as a Sanin allowed him to move. But Sasuke was right beside him, so he did not get away unscathed. His left arm was torn right off as Sasuke sliced it off. Gurren tried to hit the Uchiha, who turned and blocked her strike with his sword. The Stone Four was confused until Teiwaya shouted at them. Stop! They all looked down at her. What the hell is going on, said Seikon. If you interfere, you will all die. As Naruto stepped past Jiraiya and pulled his fist back, as he smashed it in the crystal, it exploded, freeing them. What's going on, said Sakura. As Naruto gave her that smile, as tears came in her eyes. Was this really happening? As she saw that smile on his face. Come on, Sakura. You're right. We're indeed friends, said Naruto. As Kakashi pulled himself up. I knew something was off about you, he said. Well, you're a smart man, Kakashi said Naruto. But it took you long enough. Well, I'm more smarter, seeing that I was able to hit the fact that I'm actually working for Konoha. Naruto, Orochimaru said. What the hell are you doing? Do you want her to die? I trust Bachan, said Naruto. As you can probably guess or already don't know, Karen is safe. And if somehow Bachan fail, well, it's simple. What's simple, said Teiwaya. All in the world. What? As she laughed at his stupid way of trying to be funny. But there was not a single laughter on his face. His face was stone, as he was dead serious. I will eradicate everyone and destroy everything. But I believe that Snelly knew what she's doing. So, Orochimaru raised his hand. You've defied me long enough, and know this. For that I'll make you suffer, said Orochimaru. And remember this, it's all because of you. Orochimaru expected Naruto to plead to him to stop this, but Naruto did not. As Orochimaru was angry, as he looked towards Gurren and the others, before he activated the jutsu to end her life, but something was wrong. He couldn't feel it. As Naruto saw the look on his face, that was all that he needed to know. As Naruto blasted forward, only for Gurren to come in his way. As Naruto stopped right in front of her, as she placed a crystal blade at his throat, as she pressed up against his throat, but it could not slice his skin because of the scale. As Naruto gripped her hand, before he snapped her wrist, as she cried out in pain as he snapped both of them. He placed a hand to her cheek. You're really annoying, as he slapped her so hard, she broke into the wall. Naruto! No! Said Naruto as he shouted towards Jiraiya and the others. As he saw Orochimaru fleeing. All of you stay here. He's mine. As Naruto turned towards the Stone Four. You have a choice to make, boys, said Naruto. As you can see, Teiwaya chose the right side. I'm gonna kill Orochimaru. Stand in my way, and you'll die. Well, I never liked the snake anyway, said Suigetsu. As he walked over to Sasuke, seeing that Sasuke was on Naruto's side. Kimimaro snarled in anger. You will pay for going against Orochimaru-sama. I always hated you, said Seikon. Maybe it's finally time that you die, as he said that to Naruto. I always knew that. Seeing that you knew I was always in charge of your little squad, said Naruto. You guys can take care of them, said Naruto as he looked back towards the Konoha ninjas. Orochimaru is mine, as he blasted off before anyone could stop him. As Orochimaru was making his way, he knew that he could not fight Naruto in the state that he was in. as his vessel was now gone, until he had to move as the ground was shredded, almost taking him along. As Naruto landed in front of him, did you really think that you could outrun me? Come on, you basically build me into the person I am right now. You know how strong I am. Well, not practically, but you know that each and each time, the more time go on, the more chakra I start to produce. At the moment, my chakra is far surpassed any Kage's. I'm now as strong as a teal beast, said Naruto. Well, my chakra that is. Who knows how strong I am, said Naruto. That is why, as he lifted up his shirt, to show that there wasn't a seal on his stomach, Orochimaru narrowed his eyes. What have you done, he said, trying to find a way to escape by making idle conversations because Naruto loved to talk and Orochimaru knew that. I released the Nine-Tails Fox some time ago. You did what? Because of your modifications to me, the Senju DNA, and everything, I was able to survive. Not to mention the fox left a bit of his chakra in the seal. Where is it? Orochimaru asked. Why would you want to know that? Said Naruto. Where you're going? It's not like information will do you any justice. So, you planned this all along to betray me, Orochimaru said. I always hated you, said Naruto. You put my body and my mind through hell. You killed me 10 times. You did something to me that I can never get back. What? Take away your freedom? No, you did something much worse. You don't even know what you did, do you, Orochimaru? Upon killing me for the 10th time, I met the god of death, the Shinigami itself. He was surprised that I was able to come here. I did not remember the past 9 times, but he remembered all of them quite well. My mind was still in a haze, and because you revived me seconds after I died. But when I stayed here for minutes, I spoke to him, and no man, no person was able to visit the god of death without coming back without repercussions. But I gained something, a power that you cannot even imagine, but also, he took something from me. The ability to care for anyone else. As much as I try, I would even slaughter someone that is very close to me if it meant protecting Karen. Because she's the only one in the world that I care for, said Naruto. I just can't find in myself to care for someone else. I might love spending that time with a female. You know, I think that's the reason why I whore myself out so much, said Naruto. Perhaps I'm trying to find that special one. And because of that, I feel broken. Sad, isn't it, said Naruto. And yet I can't stop making jokes about it. I can tell that a part of me is damaged really badly. But that's life, said Naruto. But I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm gonna hurt you in the worst way possible. I'm gonna torture you. You love to experiment on people, don't you? Now, it's time that I do it on you. Orochimaru regurgitated his Kusanagi blade as he held it in his arm, as his other arm still hadn't returned yet. Seeing that his body was not in a good state after all, he was getting more and more sick, and not to mention his arms were sealed away by Sarutobi. He had to use his ability to come out of his mouth to get his arm back, but he could only do it once. Because of his weakened state, he needed to flee. He opened his mouth as dozens of snakes emerged as they all came towards Naruto. As Naruto was still in his transformation form as he raised his hand. Burn! Flames erupted as they burned the snakes to crisp as Orochimaru tried to flee until a bone-crushing kick slammed into his spine. The Sannin cried out in pain as Naruto was just so much faster than he was letting on as Orochimaru was shot that Naruto reached him within half a second. Blood poured from his mouth as Naruto grabbed him by the back of the neck before proceeding to slam his skull into the ground, cracking it open as blood started to run down the man's face. As Naruto flipped him over and stepped in his stomach before grabbing his arm, Orochimaru applied chakra to the Kusanagi as he drove it through Naruto, despite the scales on Naruto's body. As he was still in a lesser level, without his wings, his scales were not 100% solid. But Orochimaru's blade was special as the Kusanagi was a unique blade, and not to mention Orochimaru sealed his chakra inside the blade so he could access it without his arms being pouring chakra into it. as it goes through Naruto as Naruto looked down towards the wound on his stomach. I felt worse, said Naruto as he slammed his fist into Orochimaru's nose, cracking it as he slammed another bam, 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 as Naruto kept on repeatedly bashing the hell out of his skull. Before Orochimaru spew flames out of his mouth trying to hit Naruto in the face. One of the few jutsu that he knew without going through hand sign, a basic fire jutsu, but Naruto opened his mouth as he swallowed the flames. He actually inhaled them. Before he gripped Orochimaru's bottom lip and gripped his top lip and pried, his mouth open. Here, have this back as he blew flames straight down the man's throat. Orochimaru cries, his insides were burned as another Orochimaru shot out of his mouth. As a few flames got onto him as he started to slicker away, half of his body being a snake. As Orochimaru was still holding on to the Kusanagi blade as Naruto grabbed it. Naruto infused the thing with so much chakra it started to glow ominously as he threw it. It whipped through the air and stabbed through the man. Orochimaru dropped to the ground as he tried to crawl away but he could not. As Naruto walked over him and grabbed him by the throat and started to choke the life out of him. As Orochimaru started to slam his face into Naruto's stomach, one after another, again and again and again and again. But Naruto had a tight grip on his throat so no snake could emerge from it. As Orochimaru's snakes emerged as he started to bite on Naruto, but failing as some of them were not strong enough to break his scales. As Naruto's eyes were determined as Orochimaru smashed his fist in Naruto's chest. He assaulted Naruto's body but yet Naruto's eyes were firm on choking him out. As Orochimaru's eyes started to roll back to the back of his head, dying of a lack of oxygen until Naruto released as the man started to gasp, being on the brink of death. Do you enjoy that? Said Naruto, being so close to death. And then, brought back. As Naruto stabbed his arm through Orochimaru's chest. The man gasped in pain as Naruto reached in his chest cavity and gripped his heart. Orochimaru's eyes went wide. This thing, one flick and you're dead. Your cruel, wicked heart. I'm surprised you even have one, said Naruto after all the things that you've done. I'm surprised I have one, said Naruto. As he pulled his hand back out, but he did not tear Orochimaru's heart out. Orochimaru's body was still strong enough to heal from that wound, because Naruto did not rip any vessels or tear his heart out. Another thing, I indeed killed Kabuto, said Naruto, as Orochimaru snarled, as he tried to bite Naruto by opening his mouth and making a snake launch towards the blonde. Naruto gripped the snake by his hand and tear it open. Before he started to beat the absolute crap out of the snake Sanin, Orochimaru's body was too weakened to do really anything, as Naruto assaulted him. As he beat him until he was blue, as Naruto speed through hand signs before, he froze Orochimaru's arms behind his back. Orochimaru cried out in pain as Naruto freed his arms completely. Not only that, he froze his legs, trapping Orochimaru on the ground. As Naruto went through hand sign, as he placed his hand around Orochimaru's neck, wooden vines came from Naruto's hand as they constricted around the man's throat to prevent him from using his technique once again. Orochimaru gasped out in pain as Naruto covered his mouth with a crystal wrapping around his face. As Naruto reached and ripped out his left eye, the snake saw him twist and twirl on the ground, but he could not get away. As Naruto then pulled out a small pocket knife, he then proceeded to slice the man's chest, tearing off his shirt. As Naruto then started to use a small rusty knife and carve into Orochimaru's skin, the Sannin screamed as Naruto started to peel his skin, little by little, piece by piece. Naruto saturated his hands with fire chakra and started to slap Orochimaru's chest, slapping the already pale, burned, bruised skin, causing the man immense pain before he turned his hand into solid ice and touched Orochimaru, as the pain was unbearable as Naruto reached down and tear Orochimaru's left ears off, as the man snarled and raged in pain, as Orochimaru had to transform into his white snake form. Reverting to his true form would make him even worse of a target, and not to mention, he was hoping that Naruto would think that he was dead and he could use it to escape by shedding his body, but Naruto did something as his claws turned black. Orochimaru's eyes went wide as Naruto injected them inside of him. Orochimaru felt his chakra system and everything being corrupted as he coughed up black blood, as it all splattered over the crystal. Now, where were we? Said Naruto, as he continued to peel the man's skin off. Before, Naruto turned his head towards Orochimaru's waist. I don't know why you even have this. You don't even use it, said Naruto. You pedophile. As he pointed his hand towards the man's waist, Orochimaru screamed for a bloody murder as Naruto burned his crotch completely, until it was dust. By now the snake Sanin was barely keeping his eyes open. The pain was too much. As Naruto started to tear his chest apart, piece by piece with his claws, venting out all of his frustration over the years. As he continued to peel Orochimaru until the man was nothing but flesh, all of his skin was completely peeled off. As Naruto was panting, his eyes green and slitted, but his rage was only getting that more dangerous. Orochimaru's one remaining eye managed to open as Naruto's face started to melt, but this was something new. As Naruto's face started to literally melt off, showing something black and dark underneath. As Naruto's left eye went dark, it became completely black. As Naruto felt a sensation as he dragged his hand in Orochimaru's chest. As he felt something, but it was not Orochimaru's organs because his hand was black and it looked like smoke. Your soul is mine, said Naruto. As Orochimaru screamed for the last time as Naruto tear his soul out of his mutilated body. As Naruto opened his mouth, his jaws unhinged as he swallowed the soul. As Naruto dropped on his hands and knees, panting as his face slowly started to reform. As Naruto found himself in his mindscape. What did you just do? As Naruto stood in front of the dark cell, as he heard the voice inside. Your emotions were so wild and out of control. I decided that I might try to take over. And you gave in to me, because you wanted the snake Sanin to suffer. What did you do? Said Naruto. Did you kill him? Oh, I didn't just kill him. I made sure that he would never come back. We devoured his soul. We? Said Naruto, as he peered into the cell. There was someone there sitting on a strange black throne made from bones. As the person's dark eyes looked on Naruto with a smile. Oh, that's right. Remember, we're one and the same. What I do, you do. And his soul will forever belong to us. To remain in torment. Just look at him. As Naruto turned his eyes when he saw Orochimaru strapped down. As Orochimaru was inside his mindscape, the person that was sitting on the throne got to his feet. As it was Naruto. But not exactly, his eyes were black. His hair was dark as well. And the most messed up thing about it was his face. His face was a literal skull, yet he had fully formed eyes that were black. But his face was a skull, no skin, just pure skull. His body was shaded by darkness, but he had two hands that emerged from the darkness. He likes to experiment, doesn't he? Orochimaru tried to get up, but he could not, as he was bind down to the table. Where am I? Orochimaru said as he couldn't get free. The last thing he remembered was that unbearable pain worse than torture that Naruto gave him. Oh, you're with me now. Who are you? Orochimaru said, looking up at the monstrosity. As the thing chuckled. Your torturer. Back in the real world, as Naruto sat there, as he panted a bit. When Naruto, as the ninjas finally caught up to him, as Naruto turned to greet them, as he placed a hand behind his head. I guess I have a lot of explaining to do, right? Yeah, said Jiraiya. A lot. What the hell is going on? As Naruto shrugged. I don't feel like talking about it. What? The man said, losing his cool. I'm kidding, said Naruto. Calm down. As Jiraiya's eyebrow twitched. This is not time for your game, brats. What's going on? Not a brat anymore, said Naruto. And I'm sure I slept with more girls than you. So, in this situation you're the brat, said Naruto. Sorry, I just hate when people refer to me as brat, said Naruto. Kind of get to hate it after a while. What the hell is going on, said Jiraiya, ignoring all that Naruto just said. Fine, said Naruto. As he saw the others, even Sasuke was with him as well. As he gave Sasuke something that he wanted. A way on how to kill Itachi. And to get to Itachi was to come back to Konoha with them. As Naruto looked towards the group, alright fine. As he took a seat beside Orochimaru's mutilated corpse. as Jerry looked towards the corpse. Damn, said Teiwaya, speaking what everyone was thinking. As Naruto sat down comfortably. Now where do I start, he said. But guys, if you end subscribe right here. If you want to see next person, do like, subscribe, comment down below and turn on the bell notifications they posted. But I'm over now. See you guys soon. Peace.